Greetings everyone, welcome to the part 2. Today we are gonna review our tests and we are gonna link our assets file, that is CSS and JS of the template, into our blade. So we are gonna style this post and this single post. So let's move on to it. So previously what we were creating is we were creating something to test for the string. So for now I'm not gonna do that, I'm just gonna leave it comment so that the test passes. Later we are gonna move into the CRUD, that is we are gonna create and edit the post. For now I'm just leaving the controller to be empty for the edit and create. So let's move on to it. So here is a link for the GitHub of my template I have developed, which is over here. Let me see. So this is the theme I have developed, or theme I have created. You can get this in my GitHub, so you can easily download it and use it. The CSS and overfile. I'm just gonna create this part from our blog. I'm not above it, not below it. So I'm just gonna use this part only. So what we can do now is I am also gonna use those files and let's see from our blog. So in this template I have used Bootstrap. So we will need Bootstrap for now. I'm gonna teach you how to link the CSS file into our blade template and where to put it and where to align it. So basically what we need to do now is we just need to move into our directory of the blog. So what we can use, so let's go. So this is our blog directory where all the files are over here. Move into public. So this is where we store our CSS and JS and other images in the server. So I'm gonna move into public, create new file, directory, CSS, name CSS, and another file named JS for now. So what we are gonna put inside the CSS file is we are gonna put the CSS file of the template. So I have got few templates which is not optimized work. I just need to work on to more. So since it's using Bootstrap, so it's a bit heavy. So I'm gonna copy these files and paste it over here. And we have a JS also. So I'm just gonna copy the JS and paste it over here. Similarly, if we move on to our index.html, we have used a Bootstrap over here. So I'm gonna need this Bootstrap as well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna copy this, and head on to the layouts, master.blade.php, which is located at resources. I'm gonna paste these file contents over here below the title, or maybe above the title, it doesn't matter. So the Bootstrap is being loaded from the CDN, and as you can see, so it does require an internet connection, while the CSS and other carousel styles CSS are not allocated from the CDN or the server. So it's being loaded from the local directory. So what we need to do is if we save over here and refresh this, nothing's gonna change. The background changed because okay, the CSS file are being loaded, but it's not the correct way to load the file, as this path maybe when deployed, this path will vary, as we need the slash. When we move over here, you can see the CSS is not loaded since the path is not the same. So if we view the source of this, it cannot be found. So we need to fix this. What we can do to fix this is we can grab this CSS with we have a function called assets. We have an asset function where our path is CSS. So we just need to do this. You can just copy this and paste it over. So let's see. Let's see the full path of the URL is over here. As you can see, it's been loaded now. Now let's do the remaining part. So we are gonna do the same to this thing also. So let's see. The whole thing is now styled. Now it will also be loaded now, as you can see here. It's being loaded. So what we need to do now is we are gonna get off a post and we're gonna style this as same as this for now. In order to style that, I'm heading over to the index.html from the template file and search for from our blog. So this is the section of our posts. So I'm gonna copy this section and post this in our index.blade.php, right inside the section content for now. And I'm gonna refresh this. As you can see, the template file is loaded and styled as well. So what we are gonna do now is we need to populate these template files with our inside the loop. We need to populate this data from the data from our database. So what we need to do now is we are gonna search for the article. Each block of this card are named as article, as you can see. So I'm gonna use a loop over here, so I just need a single one. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna delete this and put this inside our loop. Let's see. For each, for each. Let's save it, refresh it. As you can see, it's being loaded twice since the loop only executes 2 times. So what we need to do now is I'm gonna populate the data now. So let's populate the data. As you can see, you can just simply copy and paste it. Let's type it. Okay. So I'm gonna do $post dash title, and for the content, $post dash as its content. Okay, it's description. Let's save it and refresh. Okay, as you can see, it's being populated over here. So the links are not working right now, so we need to fix the links as well. So what I'm gonna do now is copy this route and paste it over here inside the ref tag of the title, so that the links will work properly. So the links are working, as you can see. The links are working well. So for the date, we need to format the date to this format. So I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna do post created underscore at. What we can do is format. We have a format function in Laravel which will format the date. We need to format in the form of month, day, date, and year. So this is the format to format in this way. Let's refresh. So it's been formatted well. This is how you format a date, where M means this one and D means the date, and the capital Y means the full year 2020. Capital M means the first 3 letters of the month. So if you guys want to format in this way, let's say MM DD or YY, let's see. So it will do this if we put the capital. If we put it in the small m d, now it's gonna do it in this way. So I want to do it in this way, so that's why I'm doing this. So since the template is being loaded, I can just delete this content and replace it. This is how it is. So let's load a dummy image for now. So I'm gonna head over our template file and move into image and select the image black hole over here and move into our log directory. Inside the public, create a new file named image and paste the file over here. So I'm gonna access this file from this over here as ours. So what I'm gonna do now is asset image black hole. Let's save it and refresh. The file is being loaded. Nice. So this blog design life is the set of category we are going to create later. Now let's fix this continue reading as well, link as well. For that we need to take the route and copy and paste it. The link will be fixed now. As you can see, it's fixed. Since the index page of the post is done, let's review our test. Since we have not changed anything in our controller, we just changed our views. So the tests are gonna work fine. There will be no any errors. Let's hope so. So it's good. It's green, 7 passed. It's nice. Now what we're gonna do next is let's try to add some new posts into our database. Let's create some post. Let's open our database. It's located as blog database SQLite. Okay. We are moving to posts. Let's create some new post. Let's see. This is the third post created. Just description. Okay, let's leave the description as it is, same as the title. Let's replicate that one. With the status of 1, that is true, it's published. Date of today 11/26. Similar updated 26. Apply and write the changes. Okay. Let's refresh this one. As you can see, this is the third post created just now. So what we want now is we want the recently added post at the top. So what we're gonna do next is I'm gonna head over to post controller, and inside the index I'm gonna do instead of get I'm gonna do latest. What this function does is now it's gonna invert the latest and we're gonna get the so I'm having some issue. It is not working. Let's head into our database. The date we inserted in our database was not in a good format, so it was creating some issue in our while we use our function latest. Now if we put the latest now, if we put the latest now, after updating the database, as you can see, the latest post will be at the top. So which is the third post for now, which was created just now. It's being displayed at the top. So if we run the test again, PHP Artisan test. Let's run the test. It's working fine. So what we can do is we can also add a timestamp in the date over here. Let's hover into our index.php and go over here, and we can add a time over here too. Let's see how. Let's do this. This is a time. This is hour and this is second. So we can make that. I just showed you how to do that. So let's style this show.let.php. So for styling this, I have not got any file in the template. So there is no any style in the template, but we can create a similar effect like this in the card. As you can copy this, you can follow me. So if we head over to show.let.php, I'm gonna style in this way. What I'm gonna do is we have a single post. Let's create some text initial section. Single post. We are going to do a container. It will be a core of 12, so I'm going to occupy the whole space. So after doing that, I'm going to create a card effect. For card effect, what I'm going to do is, let's see, card is ready, and I'm gonna put these inside the. Let's refresh this. So it's nice. So what I'm gonna put in this card is I'm gonna put shadow. It's nice, shadow. So we need a margin at top, margin Y of 5. So let's put an image as well. And let's put an image at the top. Let's say an image instead, and put that down in image for now. I'm gonna copy the image from here and paste it over here. So let's refresh. It's being overflowed since it does not contain any classes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a class over here and image group, which is available from Bootstrap. So it's going to do a width of 100%, maximum width of 100%. So it will be responsive as well. It will be size, as you can see. So next, what we need to do is this image and the text is being aligned a bit together. So I'm gonna add a margin of 2. It's not visible. So let's create a new div over here, content, and put these things over. Then I'm gonna put a margin of y-axis of 5. So what we need to do now is I'm gonna need to align this created and updated in the same line. For that, what I'm gonna do is class equals to this dash none. So this is 5 as none is this. Style I thought it's list style now. Let me see. And I'm gonna add a class over here of inline test that will be in the same one. So what we need to add is we need to add a list inline in the UL, and we need to add list inline item inside the ally tag of class. So as you can see, it's been inlined. So created at 5 hours ago, updated at 5 hours ago. It's been updated. So this is our style. This is our so post, and this is our index post. So what we need to do next is I want to update the title of this page with this title over here, so that we will know what is the title of the post. For that, we need to head over into our master.blade.php, which is located in the resources. So what we are going to do is we have already implemented yield title. So what we can do now is we can simply head into our show.blade.php and add a new section, as we have already done in the index.blade.php like this. So I'm going to copy this, add it over here, and let's save for now blog. It will display blog. Okay, for everything it is currently static. So in order to make it dynamic, what we can do is we are going to wrap with double quotes so that we can inject our variable. So let's see, log pipe symbol and post title. So okay, it's done. This is the third post created just now. It's being updated. As you can see, it will dynamically change.